Hello, my lovely sunshines. It's Marta back here, and today I have super pretty card for you. But before we start, I just want to take 1 minute to actually chit chat with you about something. So here is the card which I've created yesterday, and I love the front panel. However, when I open up the card, it's actually look like a bird naked and finished. And here for comparison, I have another card which I haven't used up yet. And once I add this additional layer of the paper to the inside and the back side, it's looks way more like a luxurious put together. And here I also grab additional cards just to show you in more masculine example. Again, I have this lovely card with this beautiful front panel, but empty on the inside, and in comparison something which is finished on the inside and on the back side. And this additional step, it doesn't really take you much time because obviously dressing up the card on the inside is way simpler, but this is something which is totally changing the vibe of your card. Today, because I know that adding additional layer is putting some extra weight to your card, and many of my friends are worried that if it comes for a postage that will be too heavy. So I have another solution, and I highly encourage you to try this one. I'm working on my digital papers, and I print some of my design double-sided, and I've purposely choose the lighter one on the inside so I could write the wishes myself. However, you can also work on whatever double-sided papers you have, and I highly encourage you to try. Just grab some papers with slightly lighter side for the inside, or that could be darker one as well, and you can add additional one panel just for the wishes. But you will see that having this card decorated on all four sides will be looking way put together, and it will just make your card appear more luxurious and finished. So I highly encourage you to try, and this is also a great way to get rid of if you have a papers you're not really love as much. Just use them as the card base and then focus on decorating the front panel as I am doing here. So once I score and trim my card, and this is gonna be DL size, so double the length. Mine is 4 inches by 8. I've cut additional piece of the another paper, also very light blue color one you can see here. These are coming from the same Timeless Love paper collection, which is available on my Buy Me a Coffee page. And here I found this piece of the gold paper, and I think it's just meant to be because I've just literally pulled it from my scrap drawer, from my gold scrap drawer. Yes, I admit I have the drawer designated for each color family, and they almost full with the scraps. So I need to work with scraps more often, definitely. But anyway, I've pulled up this piece of the golden paper because when you create the elegant card, adding additional piece of the shininess, whether it's like a mirror cardstock, silver, holographic, something like a pearl paper, that could be like a pearl blue color cardstock, or a little bit glittery like this sheer glitter paper. These are just amazing. They instantly give you that extra luxurious feel. So this is what I'm doing here. And because you already know me, I hate wasting my papers. I'm always trying to use the maximum of their potential. I never leave this matte layer, like the whole panel. I'm always trying to cut out the middle section, and I use my trimmer, but you can also do it with scissors or X-Acto knife, but do not leave that amount of the gold paper underneath your front panel, because it's not gonna be visible and you're wasting so much of the good paper, which is actually expensive as well, because we all know that these specialty papers, they are coming with a higher price than just a regular cardstock. So here, as you can see, I've chopped out this gold panel, the inside portion, and I already have enough to cut some additional sentiment and a number. I also pick additional circle piece from my scrap drawer, and I'm cutting additional number 4 because when I cut the first one, I wasn't actually happy with it. I thought it was a little bit too large for this lovely heart shape I have. So I went back to my die cuts, to my dice, and I found a couple of additional number 4s so I could just try them and pick the right one. So here you can see I have my gold sentiment which says happy anniversary, and these dice are coming from the creative expression. One of the little like a heart shape and the happy anniversary sentiment. One of the number 4 comes from the tonic, and I don't know the name of that collection, and the other one, I'm sorry, I won't be able to tell you because these are the dice which I was given as a present. So here, as you can see, I am adding the glue to the edges of my light color blue panel, and I am adhering it on top of this gold frame. And one great thing which I love when adhering some mirror cardstock is that when you cut this middle section away from your panel, like from this matting layer, when you adhere this panel to your card, you can actually add the glue to both layers. So I am not only adding the glue to this gold mirror cardstock, but I am also adding couple extra bits of the glue in the middle section. So that way, if the mirror cardstock, it's not gonna be holding this front panel very well, because we all know that the mirror cardstock, they are coated, so sometimes the glue is having a harder job to penetrate through them. So with the time, this could detach. But because I have the glue on the back of this blue color panel and it's adhered directly to my card base, nothing will come off, so this card is secure. So here it's a little bit trial for the composition I want to use for my card. And as I'm saying, I want to put this nice sentiment on the bottom and this heart shape with number 4, because 4 is actually the floral anniversary. So this is why I'm creating the card using these papers, because I thought instantly that this floral background is just perfect for this opportunity. Of course, my favorite trick to add the layers of the thin, like words or any intricate dice, I always like to put a little dash of the glue on the back side of my hand, and that way I am gently dipping the sentiment rather than putting it on the back side and trying to fiddle with the glue nozzle. That old method doesn't work for me. I always end up having the mess, the glue is oozing out, my gold sentiments are always dirty. So I'm so happy that I'm doing it the other way around now, because it's much quicker and I find it way cleaner. I never had any trouble for not adhering, because when I tap the sentiment on this glue I have on my hand, it's covering it perfectly. So here I've decided to change this number 4 into slightly smaller one, but I also decided to turn this like a heart element into a little frame. So I'm just grabbing my scissors and I'm fussy cutting around the inside part as well. So that way the 4 will be adhered directly to the card panel. And I really like this color combination. I usually try to make my cards like a white color or like more subtle. This is like a fully colorette with this still very light pastel color tones, but I'm just in love. This like a salmony and aqua color papers, and this is one of my favorite one. Let me know in the comment down below what is your like go-to color combination for this type of the like a love theme anniversary type of the colors. And maybe what colors are you missing, like you're thinking of some nice combination but you cannot find any papers. That could be a good idea for me to design something in this particular color tone. So give me a shout in a comment. I'm always keen on taking your advice on board and maybe just create something so you could be happy as well. So here I am attaching the elements. I'm using the hot glue for the frame just so it will have a teeny tiny bit more dimension. Initially I was planning to add some foam tape, but then I thought because of the shape I'm just gonna add 2-3 blobs of the glue and don't press it too firmly, so it will still have a teeny tiny bit of dimension. I attached the number 4 with the glue, and then for this lovely couple I am adding my double-sided foam tape. And of course, something I've been saying multiple times, if you add your double-sided foam tape, add a dash of the adhesive, whether it's hot glue or liquid adhesive. It will keep it secure for good, because sometimes some of the dry adhesive, which is like double-sided tape or foam tape, things like that, they are dry out. So I had plenty examples of the cards which are falling apart within a couple years time, and this is why I switched to the liquid adhesive, and I am not looking back. Before, many years ago, for many years I was using like double-sided tape all around my cards, but as and this is a story I've been telling as well before, but when we were moving and I was shifting my studio from one house to another, I found the box with the card which were like a couple years old, like 5 or 7, and basically all of them were falling apart. The one which were created like panel toppers, whatever was adhered with double-sided tape, it was literally just falling apart as I was just grabbing the cards. The one which were done with the liquid adhesive, these stay put together no matter what. So this is why I prefer liquid adhesive, and I found it way easier, quicker, and also you don't end up with lots of waste, because when you use the double-sided tape you constantly peeling off those strips and then you end up with the whole baskets with them. So no thank you, I prefer my liquid adhesive and I'm super happy with it. So here you can see how am I slowly building up my floral composition. I'm using various like a floral elements, couple of the flowers which I slightly shape in my finger. I didn't do any like a 3D one, like very dimensional one, because this card I am planning to put it in the envelope, so that's why I am focusing on creating relatively flat composition. But just because it has to be flat, it doesn't mean it has to be boring and just contain 2 flowers. So I'm planning to create lots of different layers just to build up the visual dimension without adding too much like a foam tape or anything. And of course a little piece of the string just to give it a teeny tiny bit of additional texture and interest. And this time I actually decide to do slightly different thing, because I'm gonna add not 1 but 2 bows. I thought it will be looking a little bit more interesting, and sometimes it's good to experiment, to change the things. Some things, if they work really well, for example, I love adding those string bows. Before I used to did them with ribbons for many years, but I'm finding that the ribbon is just taking too much attention, and depending on the thickness, color is just sometimes too bulky and just takes away from the card. Meanwhile, this little nylon cord, this is just a jewelry cords which you can buy on eBay or Amazon. plenty places are selling them, and they are super cheap as well. And if you have the roll, which is like 100 meters, this will last you for, you know, thousands of cards, if I can say so, because I've been using it like so much, and I'm just going over my second roll now. So you can imagine that this will just last you nearly forever. And basically it's super cheap as well, because I've paid like a couple pounds for mine for the entire roll. So here I'm slowly getting to the end of my card. One last thing I want to do on the front is just to add those little golden pearls, just so that will dress up the card. And I thought, because I have lots of the golden accent with my happy anniversary sentiment and number 4 and this little hearts, I thought the golden pearls will be matching up here perfectly. So here I already have the inside part of my card done. However, because the design I've chose, it was only concentrating on the top part, I thought, let me just adhere a couple of the flowers on the bottom side, so that way it will be a little bit more balanced. And then I could add additional pocket for a gift card on the left side and write my wishes on the right side. So here I'm just picking up a couple of the leaves, and when you feel your elements are too long, they standing out too high, you can always chop them, tear them in half, and make them work accordingly. Don't be afraid of doing that. So here one last thing is a couple of those hearts, and my card is ready. I hope you enjoy it, and it brings you some nice inspiration you can use up. And it doesn't have to be an anniversary card. You can create the similar project for the birthday or any other occasion. You can include the number as well. That will be looking very pretty. Another very last quick tip: if you're struggling with this glue strings leftovers from your glue gun, just grab your heating tool, just quickly heat through the card, and this will melt away any glue residue and string. So that will be me for today. Please say hi in a comment, like and share this card if you like it. Show it to your friends, maybe they will enjoy it too. I will be coming back with another video shortly, and in the meantime, I'm wishing you all a fabulous day. Happy crafting everyone, and bye bye.